Hello everybody, welcome to a Thursday video. I hope you're doing well. So, lots to talk about today, Thursday in MCOC. This video is going to be about the side quest. The side quest, as a lot of people know, when you get to doing some of the further levels, it's either a case of doing the one shot, which, you know, it's great when it happens. If it doesn't, you have to repeat the quest, and it's like, oh. The second thing is completing the quest with all of one class, especially if you've got to the specific objectives of 7 of 7. Now, I haven't done all of them just yet because, well, some of them are like, oh, do I really need to bother with myself with doing them? I just had to kind of grind through Battlegrounds, and I got most of the stuff like relic shards at 3-star, but I shouldn't be like that. I should be more kind of like energetic with doing it, and I have been kind of going through it, and I will do them all. But we're going to be talking about the final quest, which is the Mojo one. It's really good. Kabam are doing some kind of like nice kind of giving out a free 5-star Mojo. That's great for those that are uncollected. I think it's an above. I need to tell Em she's picked this up, because if I don't tell Em, she won't know about these things, because I'm always like, and then I get told, why don't you tell me about it? But yeah, we've also got like a little kind of like event, like a, you know, a Mr. Lover event, like, I don't know, some kind of like love event going into are we going to see some kind of love based thing, you know? Marvel Contest of Champions Loves a Battle Realm. Lovers Battle Realm hasn't been around for a long time. I think there was 3 or 4 Lovers Battle Realms. I did a video about like lost special events that Kabam never like abandoned. But yeah, like it's sad when these Lovers Battle Realm doesn't come back, because there's a nice theme to it, a love theme. Sometimes there's love potions and love juice, which then I have to say to like make jokes going, why, Kabam, are you doing? It's dirty. But Kabam do a lot of dirty things. Dirty Kabam. But in any case, they got this gold track event going on. Side quest, Richard. Yes, that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Threat level 5. I've completed it, mate. Completed it, mate. Done it, mate. Done it. Yeah, smashed it, mate. Yeah, completed it. This was my All Mutant team. I decided to do an All Mutant team because I went through, first of all, we're going to see some footage. I'm going to show you some footage in a second of the team that I went through. The first one was a very much like ragtag of champions, but it also covered different bases. Human Torch, having options. Like, I like going against Mojo with 3 champions in particular, which is either going to be Archangel, Magneto, and Human Torch. Human Torch because he just absolutely smashes anything Mystic related. Magneto because he interacts with hashtag Metal. And because Mojo is he can be poisoned and bled, that means he can, you know, be smashed by Archangel. Dirty. But finally, having the Apocalypse on the team, if you ramp up nicely, can give the 4 Horsemen of Apocalypse, and kind of give some more bonuses to that particular champion that I absolutely love. So it was nice to break out that champion as well with that. No problems, nevertheless. If you did want to go against Mojo and you weren't so interested with your one shot, then under pressure, because the champion gets disorient, it may be something that you might be worried about. And then after a certain point, Apocalypse is disorient immune to it, so it kind of like works out quite well. If you are playing around with the anti-life field that you go up against, Namor can do some stuff with that one. But yeah, like there's a whole plethora of champions to choose for this. The left-hand side is kind of fun. Like, I'm sure that people would have different options to take on. Left side, a little bit more difficult to ramp up because you've got Apocalypse to kind of get 4 fights to get the 3 fights wins to get the Horseman, get the full genetic code. On the right hand side though, this is a bit more trickier, and I actually learnt my lesson, which you're going to see in the footage, that I forgot to read the notes. It was only part way through I was like, I should read the notes, which is basically when you knock down a champion's Newton Law, you've got to intercept the champion in order to get a slow passive, in order to interact with the unstoppable passive you're going up against. So enemy gets unstoppable passive, you then try and intercept, you then get the slow, and then take it from there. And it's like, that's kind of the way of dealing with it. The right side's great because you can actually regain up your genetic code, but you do need a counter for Havoc on that. So armor up champions are normally quite good for that. And that's why the whole kind of mutant team I throw on the right hand side, because I could get my genetic code, throw my my plan was, after defeating Storm, get myself a Horseman, take on Angela with a Horseman Archangel, go against Mr. Sinister with Apocalypse, regain back some genetic code, go against Daredevil, and then go against Havoc with Colossus. And then finally, top that all off with a hashtag metal interaction with Valkyrie, because she's hashtag metal. I could also have done the same hashtag metal. I think Angela's hashtag metal. And yeah, I could have done the same. And I could have made an Horseman of Apocalypse, Magneto. But I love my Archangel. And that's what they're going to see in this footage. Roll the footage. And here is that footage. So yeah, I lost a little bit of health first of all, because I was like, what's the nodes on this one? And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm going to have to be very, very careful. I've got to intercept. Intercept good, do intercept, and then it will do things like that, and then everyone happy, because then it's like, great, that's the build up that I need. That's yeah, just getting down that protection. This is the right hand side footage. We're going to go into the left hand side in a minute. So it's easier on the right hand side to rebuild up Apocalypse and rebuild a genetic code, or build genetic code, in order to have the Horseman synergy. But yeah, like it's slow and steady wins the race with it, and as soon as you get the enemy champion knocked down, then it's good. This is a good starting off point, but you got to remember, parry heavy, and then it's all down good from there. Of course it is. Absolutely fantastic. I quite like, I think this particular one was the easiest one of the four, which I don't know if I'm in my only camp for that one. But yeah, right hand side, build your Horseman, and then it's straight in with Archangel right there. First of all, just do that, and then it's a case of trying to the intercept. There we go, good intercept. Does mean that there's a little bit of a challenge to it, not a huge amount, but I guess it's nice to have a little bit more variety with something, especially if you're able to get your head around it quite easily the kind of term, probably. But yeah, you can just see like it's just ramping up nicely. I should be a bit more aggressive, especially when my unstoppable comes up for my Horseman. But anyway, it is what it is. I've got a dropped input there. Got several dropped inputs actually. You're going to see in some of the footage last night. So the content recorded on the right hand side was recorded today. I'm getting a lot of kind of dropped or kind of inconsistent inputs. So this first footage is recorded earlier today, and yeah, I'm just getting a load of like weird inputs. Like there, I got no inputs. Like I'm clicking down for a block. I'm not gonna like take a block to the face. It's not gonna be worth it. Also, parry a special attack. I don't know if that's already been and gone. I probably looked away for a moment, but I just found that a lot of like inputs have been bad today, and I've charged my device up. I've rebooted it, and yeah, just not. Something's just up. But in any case, doesn't really matter. Get the W. Few dropped inputs here are kind of small problems to me. This footage is on the left hand side, so there's no kind of like Newton's law, which is the node to go up against. And again, this is just a very kind of like easy build. It's up to you which side you take in order to do the one class smash. Maybe the left hand side would be easier. I just kind of felt like I wanted to do the All Mutant team on the right hand side. And so that's what I did, especially because it allowed me to experiment with champions, especially if I didn't get the one shot. Luckily, I got the one shot on the left-hand side the first time I did it last night, because the inputs were better, and something with the game just seemed to be a bit more, well, flowy and better. The AI seemed to be better as well, but I don't know, sometimes, you know, so as we all say with MCOC, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe, you know, poop. I would swear, but nowadays YouTube's very hot on these things a lot more than they normally are. But in any case, it's all a slow and steady wins the race, and getting the enemy champion down. It's nice seeing that damage. That's nice, especially because I'm at 3 genetic code, and I want to be at 4 genetic code. Of course, we all want to do that. Get the damaging debuffs in, and then finally we're against Mojo. That was a bit of a mistake by me. That I was trying to play aggressively. That was a bad mistake there. But sadly, not sadly, good news! It didn't cost me the fight, because this was my one shot, and my one shot paid off. So hey, you know, I could play a little bit aggressively here, aggressively there, and yeah, it's going to be a big fat W as soon as those neurotoxins kick in. The amount of damage they're ticking. I'm just trying to get like a look on them, how much they're doing. I mean, I didn't get too aggressive there. I wanted to be very careful and just kind of like retire back a little bit, just kind of see what the crack is going on with the AI, because I was like, what's happening here? I got clipped. And it scared me, people. It scared me. But yeah, like those are the champions that I used for this particular quest. What did you use? Put it in the comment section down below. And that has been the video. I will take no more of your time, my dear friends and dear people. And yeah, I've got one more video to post today, and then I'm just going to be recording some content for tomorrow and the weekend. So check that out. Make sure to also check out some other content located on screen right now. And I hope you have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. Much love. Tatty byes.